call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Huskers will kick it away to start. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will go on the attack first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
The Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air, it's Lacey. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this is a guy who's very quickly rewriting the record books for his school. 5 sacks. That is not a typo. 5 sacks his last time out, and here he is getting his first in the game.
And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Cornhuskers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way, so look for...
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Looking to the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run it to the right side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Dropping back, it's Lacey. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They run the reverse. Nice move, create some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
You gotta love it. The offense dials up a little misdirection. Go in one direction, then they give the ball back the other way. This is a great way to get the ball to your speedsters, to your playmakers. They hand it to him on the reverse, and most importantly, he moves the sticks and gets another fresh set of downs.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season.
Turning it on! That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Defense in press coverage. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Lacey. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Going to the running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Might as well stick with him. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Trying to get the edge on the right. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Iowa has the ball back on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The give to the back. Running to Green. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hawkeyes can really attack on this second and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo. Gives it on the option. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll try the run. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
So if the offense stays out there on 4th down, they've got to get it to the next time zone to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Time to take a shot. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Nebraska.
This guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Trying the left side. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And that's a big-time play by this defense. You know when it's snowing, not only is it wet, it's freezing. Your hands are cold. You can barely feel the football, so if you can get to that football, put your hand on it, or rip that thing out, a lot of times you can force some of those turnovers. Great job by the defense.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run this play from the pistol. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wide receiver going in motion. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
And that's a frustrating couple plays for this offense. Like, you got the ball in great field position. You are set up to succeed, and 2 straight incompletions. A big 3rd down coming to see if they can maximize this drive.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island.
Unleashes one deep. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Looking downfield, it's Lacey. Finds his big tight end. Quick step and go. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. And the Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front.
He'll take the deep shot. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They'll try to pop the draw. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
They'll move the tight end. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. They go to the ground. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone on 3rd down? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Husker! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. To the air, it's Lacey. Oh, they're after him. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. And the Hawkeyes want to move quickly. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
This quarterback is getting frustrated. You can see it now, right? They've had some possessions, but they only have a field goal to show for it. And he's now starting to take shots. That time, that was not the right look to throw it way down the field here at the end of the first half. But the defense loves it.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the lone running back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll run play action. Sends it downfield. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Hawkeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like, the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback fan. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll give it to the back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. Catch in the middle, it's Riggs. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires downfield. On target to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time,
he lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Catch in the middle. It's Ivy. Big fella's not going to make it to the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Most every defense is worried about the big play, giving up the big play to the wide receivers down the field. That's why I think it's important to milk these tight ends on these short routes to keep the sticks moving, to stay ahead of the chains, just to keep my offense in rhythm.
He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And the punishment has been extended. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Lacey. He's got him. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Hawkeyes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. Looking for a crease to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Grove. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The toss to the right. Slithers into space. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
And the Huskers are on the move. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it on the outside. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. It's complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. The corners are walked up tight. Wide open downfield. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Lacey. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Quick completion on the out. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Hawkeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. So now it's second and long. Just keep slinging it. This time it's complete.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got it on the run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out every...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual...
He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you've kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great, even though they've got the lead in this game.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give to the left side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Iowa.
And the Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Lacey. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like.
Touchdown, Iowa! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And after the extra point, they trailed 35-17. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory. A shot toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right? You finish strong, but what does everybody look at? Like, how many games do you win? who do you beat is important, right? Do you beat your rivals? Like, there's so much more. Do you have the team's ears still? So there's a lot that goes into decision-making, but it was definitely a disappointing season.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Rushes on him. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Makes the catch. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
On the play.
The Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And from this angle, I don't think he got the 1st down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. It's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The offense changing the play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Touchdown, Husker! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To throw, it's Lacey. Pocket breaking down. Gets rid of it. Got him downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, Iowa.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job.
Looking deep down the right side. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us.